rolling.
Hey Mob, welcome back to Deadly Kindies. My name's Kim, I'm a part of the Deadly Kindies team, and we have a guest with us today.
Hi Kim, how are you? Hi, it's Petro here, and I'm an ambassador with Deadly Choices.
Thanks for joining us, Petro.
Too easy.
For our Deadly Little Moment today, we have this special box that we created, and it's called Feed Me Your Worries. So for this month of November, we are talking about Movember, which is highlighting men's mental health. And a part of men's mental health is making sure that children's mental health is great and that they know how to communicate their worries in all different ways. So there's different ways to communicate your worries, isn't there? You can talk about it, you can write it down, and writing it down is what we've done today. So we've got our little monster box here, and he's got a little Movember moustache too, and we've written down some of the things that we think you guys might be worried about, or some things that we're worried about. So I'm going to go first. Sometimes we might worried about having no friends at school. I'm going to pop that in the monster box.
Okay, so mine is going to the dentist.
Oh, that is a
I think that's a bit of a fear, isn't it? Yeah.
All those noises and feelings in your mouth that you're a bit unsure about.
Yep.
Being in trouble. Sometimes when we've made a mistake or we think we've done something wrong, it's a bit scary and we get a bit worried about who we're going to tell and how the reaction's going to be.
All right, and I've got one here, loud barking dogs. And I think that was a bit of a fear of mine, but actually I think my youngest son actually had a bit of a fear of that. So I reckon we're going to pop that in there. There we go.
I've got the doctor. So when you're a bub and as you're getting older, you might go to the doctor each year or every few months to get some needles.
Yeah.
And that can be a bit worrying when you know what's coming and you know how that feels. So that's a bit worrying.
Oh, for sure. Next one I've got is snakes, spiders, and bugs. Yeah.
Snakes is my one.
Is that yours?
Big
Yeah.
one.
There we go. We'll pop that in there.
Being alone. I don't like being alone if I'm home by myself, and it's a bit scary. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've got possums at my house, so they make a bit of a ruckus.
Well, that probably leads to my next one, which is noises at night.
Yeah.
I know sometimes if you're lying in bed and you can't go to sleep and you hear a loud noise and it makes you sort of feel a bit frightened. So I reckon that's a fear for sure.
A bit of a storm the other night making some very loud noises. This is a fear of missing out. So my little boy, when he's at kindy, he doesn't want to leave his activity and he gets a bit worried about what's going to happen to his sandcastle or whatever he's doing. And sometimes he won't make it to the toilet in time. So he gets so worried about leaving it that he sometimes has an accident. And a lot of children go through that, the fear of missing out.
All right. Okay, this one here is the thing under your bed. I think sometimes, we feel there's something there under your bed and, it's a bit dark and you're thinking, is there anything under a bed? Obviously there's not, but still, that's a fear.
I wonder if any mums and dads out there still run and jump on their bed when they turn the light off. Making a mistake. Some children worry about making mistakes. But it's okay to make a mistake. That's how we learn.
We talk about sometimes there's loud noises, and that's one, lightning. Sometimes, when it's stormy and you get that big crack of lightning, so that can be quite frightening.
It gets you at a very, very quiet time. It's always like the quiet before the storm.
Yeah.
The unknown. Sometimes we don't know what the future holds or what's happening tomorrow, or sometimes there's some changes that happen in our lives that we're unsure about, we're not going to know about. So that's a bit worrying.
Yeah. I've got the dark. I know sometimes, when the lights go out, in fear of the dark. And I think, when you're wanting to find your way down the hallway, you've got to try and find the light switch, hey? There we go, the dark.
Animals. So our mob have been alongside so many animals for many of years, but sometimes they're just a little bit scary, those animals. Sometimes they're big, they're unpredictable. Sometimes they're a bit dangerous when we don't know how to handle them, or we accidentally come across them. Like those dogs. Sometimes when you walk past the gate and you don't see the dog there, it starts barking.
Yeah.
So, animals.
My last one is strangers. I think sometimes, you know, we have a fear of other people, and I think as you grow older and you start to build confidence and being able to talk to people, I think that definitely helps overcome that. But yeah, strangers. Definitely. Is the last one.
So this is a great activity for when you're feeling worried and or if you're mum and dad and your little one's feeling worried, you can have a yarn with them about what they're feeling and try and kind of write that out on a piece of paper, because it's hard when you keep all that built up inside. Writing it out gets it out there and it's somewhere and you can pop it away and know that that's there. All your worries in your worry monster. Thank you so much, Petro.
No, it's good.
Thank you guys for joining us at home. We'll see you next time.
See you later.